Hi, Gemini. It's your season. Happy birthday to you. A lot going on this season. And there's a lot already that you might want to say. Page of Swords. There's a lot you might want to say. And the page is foretelling of how you choose to say it. And that's very Gemini. It's straightforward, to the point, swift. The Page of Swords always reminds me of swiftness. And I'm going to wait for the cards. So I'm going to start by saying that with all of this energy in your sign, with all of this, with the eclipses going on, it's important to remember that not everyone is where you are. As mutable air, you're very adaptable to certain things. So what is really important is how you choose to express the things and maybe the truths and how you're feeling, how you want to express them, and who is going to actually understand you, who is actually listening to you. Because in Gemini season, you'll probably find that, already so many people love you and want to surround you, but you'll probably find that there will be more people even added to that list. And I think you're going to take a step back and say, and reassess and say, who do I actually want around me? And that's what I get. The feeling for most Geminis this month is like, yeah, it's a party, we're out, we're having fun, like life is happening, opening up again in a way that it hasn't been in a while, and yet you have this sense of contentness about where you are, what's happening, who you're becoming, and who you already are, and how you choose to do this month, right? How you choose to relay whatever it is that you want to talk about, as you do, in this very relaxed manner. And if you allow yourself that relaxation, and I don't necessarily mean like you're lounging, which that might be nice too, especially because the eclipse in your sign, the solar eclipse, is coming up on the 10th, that this is about, you may feel just this natural desire to rest, this natural desire to be in your space and be in the space that feels sacred to you, because this season is sacred to you. Your season this is something that all the signs I may bring up with is the sky changes every day. And we get so astonished by it, especially the sunrise and the sunset. Most people are like, we take pictures. I take pictures of it. People like to share that. And it's because it's the vastness of it, the colors, just like the ever changing, and that reminder that things are ever changing is the sky. And that is mutable air. That is Gemini. And I'm holding up this Ace of Cups because this season, if you follow that intuition and follow your intuition truly and be content with where you are, no matter where that is, if you're traveling or doing anything, it's only going to bring more. You are only going to feel more like yourself, more inspired, but also just like looking around and seeing that everything's okay, no matter what everything looks like to you. Everything's actually okay. And the Ace of Cups is like, yeah, and it's going to get better. So like even more abundance, even more love for yourself, shown love by people around you even more. And this, again, often can be portrayed as being stuck, though this is about you And I also see this card as conceptualization, but it's also about you, like, again, culminating what I'm just saying is resting in the sense of feeling loved, feeling yourself, feeling capable, feeling just so honest with who you are that, again, wherever you are is exactly it. I just feel so much love coming from you guys, coming from your energy, and coming towards you, and just effortlessly. And I want to emphasize that. And Mercury Retrograde is in your sign. And it starts this weekend. So also, the Hangman is like, I know you have a lot to say. You always do. The Hangman, and again, with the notion of the sky. The vastness, the colors, the way it's different in the shapes, and Gemini also just being so creative. Maybe it's like different ways of expressing yourself and learning to strengthen that inner voice that creates different things other than using your voice. To strengthen the side of yourself that knows that you can just go off and do whatever it is that you want to do, or be whoever it is that you want to be, because your season, if any season, is the season to do it. In very Aries, I am moving along. Playful. Content and playful. Oh, that was loud. If there's a Virgo in your life or an Aries in your life, you may be receiving a lot of love from them at this time. They may have found, especially if it's a Virgo, they may have found that and understand, have come to an understanding about something in your relationship, especially if it has to do with communication. Yeah. With this time, you have the ability to start creating or start something or continue something that has already been starting, considering it's a Mercury retrograde, which everyone's different, but it's your ruling planet, right? So you have this ability to contemplate and really feel free on how you're choosing to create and be with your life and choose your life and choose, especially because, of course, like, I'm going to go back to, of course, it's your season. You might be pulled in different directions. You're just feeling like, I know what I want. So you say no to this, yes to this. Don't overextend yourself, because it just don't do it. Don't overextend yourself. Do as you do and as you please this month, more than ever. Yeah. Tower moment. What might come of this all is this moment. This is the eclipse in your sign. Rest, that's why also rest is important. You already have this innate, keen ability of learning and moving, learning and processing and going, that adaptability, that flexibility. When come the Gemini new moon eclipse, which is the 10th, I believe, and it's a really important for you to allow this to occur. It's going to be like this, it's appearing as like this rollout. So as you have this time to contemplate, or have this, even this really easeful love flow, this easeful contentness in your life, this opening of a newfound, even more new freedom is coming. And you have the ability to create much change so that you can allow whatever needs to fall away. And just allowing it to happen. The bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. You're adapting to this evolution of your emotions even. And the beauty of you is that your raw emotion is like the most beautiful thing, which is why you're so attractive and why this season is so attractive. the maturing, the evolution that you're going through with this is something that will benefit your money situation, your abundance, and that security, and continue this contentness and this ever flowing of love and abundance flowing in. It may have you walk away from things that have already been planted, because you may realize with a certain situation that it's just not worth it anymore. And it's not that it never was. It's just that now you understand and you have a better understanding, and now you get to move away. And this really feels like it's a part of your past. It feels like it's a part of what has held you in this specific perspective for a long time. And you can see many perspectives, but like everyone, we all have our stubbornness, and you're an air sign, so it tends to be rather intellectual. And if you're stubborn here, then your emotions can also continue to be stubborn. And I don't mean that you stay in one emotion. I mean that you continuously go through the same cycle with things as we do. And that is astrology. So this is this big shift that's happening with all of this freedom. And it's just so simple that this specific change, especially around the 10th, is when you decide, this was the moment that I decide where I'm going to close this chapter. I'm going to have this moment. You might want to create a ritual or something for yourself to really solidify this for yourself. And even if you feel the need to talk about it, again, be very selective. It looks like there is a very masculine figure in your life that you can talk to this about, or that can hold space for you if you want to share with them. It's just this very intimate place, this very vulnerable place. And it doesn't require anyone else. It's how you move. And with the eclipse in Sagittarius, very much focused on like, how are you moving? How do you want to move? How do you choose to move? And what is your focus? And if your focus is to open up a new portal, which is eclipse season as well, this portal that's opening, the veil is very thin, you see that you don't have to say too much. You're using it in other ways, and we'll look at the cards so you'll see it. You're using it in other ways, you're contemplating, you're being around only who you choose, and like going out and having fun with them too, for sure. But also, you're taking into account like who you feel free around, who you feel most yourself around. And that shifts other things inside from the past. Maybe cycles that have gone on, past lives or beyond that, if you're aware of those things. And you notice that your intuition, because you're so tapped into your body, your intuition's on point with a lot, that you don't have to say anything. You see and can connect with people from this place that you're in and this awareness that you have. And it's really fucking cool, because then when you choose to communicate again, it'll be so easy for you. So if you want to have fun, have fun. Really, have so much fun this month. We'll look at the cards. And I'm excited for this month. There's a lot happening, a lot going down. Especially when I think Mars is entering Leo on the 11th. So around that time, that's when all of the shifts are going to start changing and expanding. So it's really important that you can gather all of this, and that you notice and you understand that this is what eclipse season is. It's bringing you through to another side of something, and that's what it is for all of us. So, and it also it's also 6 months, so this will last until Sagittarius season, which the other set of eclipses will happen like last Sagittarius season. So whatever was happening in like end of December into January is what may come up now. to move through in a different way. So just know that it's not that you didn't know, it's just that you're learning something new again about yourself, and it may stem from the same thing that came up before. So it might just be like another stem of it. Does it make sense? Cool. All right, we'll look at the cards. Information to work with me one-on-one is below. The extended will be below on Patreon. If you want more of an extended, detailed version of even this into this month and even going into July. And my Instagram will be below. And also, if you like the shirt, the Instagram of a friend of mine who makes custom tees, I will link below as well. So yeah, I hope you have a good month. Happy birthday, and I will see you soon. Hi, Gemini. So coming into your season, there's a rush of feeling like, yes, it's my season. I feel content in this. And also, the air quality is a lot different now. You have a lot, of course, always to say. And now there's this developing trust within yourself. Not that you don't trust yourself. It's more about being in that space with the other twin and allowing that to move you differently. The 9 of Cups, and then there's 1 cup missing, right? Not missing, but added. So this is essentially what we're going for. The way to this is just you being yourself and noticing and understanding that your season makes you more of you. So being playful is a very, very powerful thing right now, because there will be things that will want to pull you in. There will be people who want to pull you back in, especially if you're someone who has walked away and have made those decisions out of contemplation from other people and situations, and you've pulled away from it. The retrogrades will try to bring them back into your life. So between now and I talked a lot about the eclipse, your eclipse, the solar eclipse in Gemini on the 10th. Between now and then, just observe who comes in, because all of this starts to flow for you even more. There's just like an overarching theme of abundance. And it could be also this beautiful thing developing with a Virgo. So this is also another sign ruled by Mercury. So it's more that whenever you get drawn into the other side of things, or the side of things that don't feel light right now, it's not ignoring the heavy. That's not what I'm saying, because the heavy is going to come. The first half of the season is about you being light and you feeling light, and doing and asking yourself, is this, like, even checking in with your body when you make a decision about doing something or going somewhere or being invited, checking in and being like, what does my body feel like? If it feels heavier and you're in tune with that and that knowing and that understanding, that's just leave it where it is, because you want to feel free in your season to live and create how you decide to, how you choose to. And it may be walking off a cliff, and this is emotional, and we talked about that a little bit last month about the other twin. And you'll notice that by the time of your eclipse, by the middle of the season, the shift will become more extremely apparent, and you might even have like an emotional moment, because you're seeing this cycle close up and wrap up for you, and you're seeing how it's changing you, and it's changing how you move in partnership. You could even be opening up to this partnership with someone who wants to work through all of this with you. That is true partnership, when you move through these things, when they come up together. And this is getting into the extended, but instead of always wondering and always looking back behind you at how you used to be treated, maybe even by an Aries, or what you've been holding on to, what memories you've been holding on to, in a way that this person isn't that way. This person that you're with, or you're partnered with, or even could be you connecting deeper with your sense of the universe or God, spirit, the creator, and allowing that masculine form to hold space for you. Because essentially that gives them so much as well. And that's you doing it together. The earth, which we call the mother, is held by space, which is essentially masculine energy. So that's essentially what you're doing in the form of being, that's what we do in the form of being human. And so through this time, just understand that your intuition is so heightened and your body is so aware of what is going on, and the newness and this breaking through of this, that which isn't bad. Nothing's bad. There's no reason. You're just needing to be a Gemini, very much so, by walking away from situations that just really are not for you right now. With no explanation. But it's you knowing what you're closing up and entering into, which is the GEMpahasis. The emphasis on being the gem that you are. The raw gem that you are. Maybe I should have named it raw gem. But the GEMpahasis is you. This is so much you right now. This is you, the culmination. Allow yourself to be light, to be playful, to let go, to forgive. Or even just not even let go and forgive. I'm gonna go back on that. You can get there, but just allowing things to be as they are, and to allow yourself to be as you are, because you know what you need right now. First half is light, and then the second half you're moving through different things and being shown externally what's happening internally, and it's all gonna close up together. Cool. The extended reading will be up under the Patreon link, which is when I'll go through the cards and I'll shuffle even more about going deeper into detail about June, maybe even towards July, more about this eclipse, and even this Virgo Aries situation. And then my website will be below if you want to work with me one-on-one, and the Instagram link for the t-shirt and for my Instagram as well. Okay, Gemini? Happy birthday. Have so much fun. I love you, and I will see you soon.